Hello everyone, I'm Salad, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Elden Ring official launch trailer. Now, I am going to have the full playthrough, my full playthrough of this game on my channel, so if you're interested in that, you can go ahead and take a look. It'll probably be up a little while after this video goes live. Now, I don't know much of anything about Elden Ring. I've never watched any of the other trailers or previews or leaks or anything like that, so this is going to be completely blind. I know that it was made by the same developers as the Dark Souls and Demon Souls and Bloodborne series, and I know that I think it's open world, but that's all that I have to go on. Now, I am going to be pausing, most likely, while I'm watching this video, so sorry if that annoys anybody, but I'm going to be pausing to give my thoughts and let you know and try to theorize what is actually going to be happening here. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get started and see what this is going to be about. Got someone's hand and a mode of light, making them come back to life.
Make of thyself that which ye desire.
Make of thyself that which ye desire.
Lord, be it a god.
Trying to say become whatever you want.
Should ye fail to become aught at all, ye will be forsaken.
You will be forsaken. Is there subtitles? Let me take a look. Only auto-generated. Okay. It's kind of hard to understand what this narrator is saying. The narrator, though, kind of reminds me of the Monumental in Demon Souls. Their voice kind of does. And now we look like we have like a dragon statue or something, and I don't know what this is. A world tree?
Amounting only to sacrifices.
Oh, mounted combat? Cool, cool. Okay, looks like we are riding horses in this game. That looks like Enkonomiya from Genshin Impact. Pillagers emboldened by the flame? Ooh, well, of course we gotta have dragons. Festival? Yeah, that tree seems really important. Ooh, is this a... Okay, a Hydra of some kind? Some kind of... I don't even know what that is. It's got arms coming out of it. Let me take a look at that again. There's like arms coming out of its body. And it seems like some kind of serpent. Weird. Okay, and there's like some chandeliers in the background.
I pray that the guidance of grace abandons you.
Why accept the burden of their grace, or be fooled?
Okay, so we got like some holy magic happening here, but this person said, I pray that something abandons you?
That the guidance of grace abandons you.
That the guidance of grace abandons you. So is he trying to say that he prays that you lose your holy powers or something like that?
Why accept the burden of their grace, or be fooled by the dogmatic ramblings of the fingers?
Dogmatic ramblings of the fingers. They're saying all sorts of weird stuff. Typical From Software kind of stuff. Sekiro, there was very kind of confusing to understand what was going on as well. And here they're saying some things that are hard to decipher.
By the dogmatic ramblings of the fingers.
Dogmatic ramblings of the fingers. What does that even mean?
Rise with us against the Erd tree.
Rise with us against the Erd tree? Is the tree evil?
Against the Erd tree.
Never met someone with a taste for barnacle and trust.
Ooh. Yep. Seeming very Dark Souls.
And once all is done, we shall see each other once more.
Now, go forth. Become Elden Lord.
Become Elden Lord. Huh. Okay, so that was the launch trailer. I didn't get too much out of that, except that there's weird creatures. That's to be expected. Some kind of festival. I don't know what that was referring to. And then there's this crazy glowing tree, which is really, really prominent. Then we've got some other cool environments like well, what is? I don't know what this person is, but they're changed up to something. Then we have where was it? This place. This place looks really cool. Where it's not telling me too. I'm not getting too much about what the story is going to be like. But it seems really neat. And obviously we were getting dragons, which makes perfect sense. You gotta have dragons. We got this poor doggo. Where was that?
I pray.
Yeah, right here, or whatever this is. And this person protecting it. And there's like, what are these particles coming out from over there? I don't know. I'm not sure. I can't say too much about what's happening in here. This crab has a very interesting stab you stab. That's gonna be brutal. I can see that happening to me once I start playing this. It reminds me of the crabs that would walk around in Dark Souls 3, and those are pretty brutal. And then there's like somebody being like hung up or on whatever this is. That's like floating. Is this a wire that they're strung up on?
Against the earth.
Yeah, like, okay, so what is this material? I have no idea. Something about the Urge tree, and it looks like they're turning to dust.
Never met someone.
Huh, very interesting. I feel like I'm gonna need to take a look at. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna need to take a look at this trailer as well, the overview trailer, before I really get a handle on what's going on here. This one's a little bit longer, and it was released by Bandai Namco Europe instead of GameSpot that the other one was. So does this one have captions? No, it doesn't either. Okay, that's too bad. But I think we'll watch this one as well. Hopefully, I'll get more of an idea what's actually happening here. Forgive me if I get things wrong or have no idea what's happening. This is my first time watching this, so it's a blind reaction. Obviously, I'm not going to understand what's going on. But once I get into the game, I'm sure it'll all make sense. Hopefully. Yeah, okay, so there's that tree again, but it's a lot smaller there. Is that like a sprout of that tree, or is this how it began? Some nice violins in the background there.
Elden Ring is an action RPG set in a dark fantasy world.
Weird that they just call it out straight like that in a trailer. Normally you would try to keep things immersive. Odd choice.
Enter the lands between, a place of boundless scale and untold mystery.
Ooh, I like that. There's a bell underneath, like some sort of turtle thing. You know, that reminds me of Howl's Moving Castle. That's what it is. It's Howl's Moving Castle right there. Very cool.
Journey to reveal the fabled Elden Ring unfolds.
Journey to reveal the fabled Elden Ring?
Thou shouldst take the crown.
The lands between.
Whoa, there's like two of her there. Nice waifu we got here, but like, what's with this ghost person next to them?
The lands between is ruled by great heroes. Those who have
he's the hero?
the blood of Queen Marika the Eternal.
Okay.
Someone must extinguish thy flame.
Your flame. So we have flame? There's another shot of the world.
You play as a descendant of the Tarnished.
The
A
Tarnished.
group of heroes once banished from the lands between.
Hold on, let me look at that again. Heroes banished from the lands between. And then, who are these? Is this like a part of the family we come from?
When the Elden Ring was shattered,
Oh, so was that thing that the person was strung up on, the Elden Ring?
the very source of the Erd Tree's blessing was disrupted, and eventually the exiled Tarnished found themselves being led once more by long-lost grace.
I offer you an accord.
As a Tarnished, you'll set off on a journey to the lands between, rich with mystery and fraught with danger. To face the former
Cool
heroes
enemies. Ooh. Whoa. Look at that thing.
and
Hold
fraught
on.
with danger.
So that thing's like a pumpkin head, but like this. Like, who gave that thing like who wrapped that thing up in whatever that is? It's like they took a tablecloth and wrapped it around some kind of squid monster. It looks neat. Somehow the fact that it's all wrapped up and you can't see what it truly looks like just makes it even freakier.
Former heroes of this world.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I'm gonna have to keep like doing this because there's so many weird things to look at. Like this. This is another bizarre monster. It looks like it's made out of like I don't know what it's made out of. It's like copper, but it's turned all green or something. Really weird looking monsters, as there should be.
The lands between comprises massive dense play spaces, teeming with threats and brimming with the unknown. You'll face many fearsome enemies. Meet a wide
Really
variety
cool
of
looking enemies. I
characters.
like the jellyfish, a pot, a
Discover
sentient
hidden
pot.
dungeons. Those who brave these catacombs, mines and caves will find themselves adequately rewarded.
Ah, yes, gotta have treasure chests. But are there gonna be mimics? I'm sure we'll find out.
Travel far enough, and you'll eventually reach a legacy dungeon. A complex and intricately built dungeon map that connects seamlessly with the surrounding landscape. These sprawling environments offer their own style of tension and exploration, creating a different feel from that of your journey through the overworld.
Okay, so it's just talking about one dungeon, but I'm assuming there's more than just one dungeon in this game.
The lands between are vast and offer a high level of freedom for explorers. Use the map to assist with navigation.
Okay.
Place beacons and markers for places.
It's a very rough map, so we're gonna have to figure out most things on our own, it
To
seems.
previously discovered checkpoints. For faster traversal, summon Torrent, your trusty spectral steed, at any time.
Oh,
anywhere
it's a
outside
ghost. It's
dungeon
a specter.
areas. Torrent offers excellent mobility, making it possible to venture further and higher into the lands between.
Okay. Well, I mean, that makes sense. Whoa, that was a crazy jump.
Throughout your journey, you'll meet with many characters, each with their own motives and goals.
Of course. Well, I mean, you can have all the gold then.
To reveal their backstories.
I don't
and
need it.
learn of your shared place in this world.
Ooh.
Player freedom extends far beyond exploring the lands between. Your character can be fully customized, from appearance to armor and abilities.
That's to be expected.
Become a warrior, specializing in close quarters combat.
Okay.
A caster
I'm sure most people will do that.
excels at sorcery or incantations.
Sorcery is always fun, but usually the balancing is a bit tricky to get right. So I'll probably not pick sorcery as my first time starting out. It's usually good for a second playthrough for games like this.
Of course, you could attempt to master a little of everything.
Oh, of course. That's always a good option
Extensive
too.
lineup of equipment, weapons, magic, and skills are waiting to be discovered, allowing you to develop your character in whatever way you wish.
Oh, telekinesis. Or just a spell that looks like that. Stealth?
Keen adventurer may find item crafting useful, using materials picked up along the way. Many different
Okay, so there's like
items are
special
crafted
arrows that you can
with
craft.
and firebombs to
Fire
build
bombs, you
weapons
gotta have those,
and
okay.
consumables that offer a range of benefits.
So this is telling us a lot of little gameplay details. Really crazy monsters.
The player may call upon spirits to fight alongside them.
Got like rings on it. Okay, so there's co-op.
Spirits vary in type and behavior.
What, wolves as well?
Summoning them according to the situation is key.
Okay, so they're not necessarily other players that you're summoning.
In particularly dangerous situations, you may choose not to engage the enemy, using stealth to outflank or escape.
Okay, it makes sense.
You can
It's
also
good that that's
join
an
with players
option.
From other worlds.
Okay, so there is
Journey,
co-op.
Explore and challenge tenacious foes together.
I wonder how big this map is. They've shown a variety of areas, but they've also shown a few areas multiple times. Maybe it's just not to spoil everything, but
The expansive world of the lands between is abound with danger.
the monsters and things are definitely
Begin your adventure and reveal its
very
secrets to yourself.
expansive in the different types.
is tarnished. Rise and become the Elden Lord.
Elden Lord. Very cool. Okay, so there's an Elden Ring, which was that thing that we saw. It looked like somebody was strung up on. I don't know if that's actually true or not. And we saw it shattering. We saw the Elden Ring shatter, and for some reason that triggers some sort of event, maybe where somebody can become the Elden Lord now and gain great power. That's what I'm assuming right now. I can't speculate too much on because of the amount of there wasn't that much story revealed in this, which is good. I'm glad there wasn't a lot of story revealed, so I can't say too much on what I think is going to happen. But obviously, it's our hero's journey to become the Elden Lord and to become very powerful. So that's a simple motive, but it makes a lot of sense, and it's perfectly fine and should be very fun to see how that all goes. A lot of cool environments, but especially a lot of cool and crazy looking creatures. And I'm excited to see some of those in game, like the weird hand thing and all these great NPCs. They did a good job of showing like the expansiveness or the great variety of the NPCs and bosses and things that you'll fight here. And they've got all these like wide shots of the environment. And they also showed the map a little bit in there. I didn't take a good look at it, but it seemed like it was pretty big. So I guess we're gonna see exactly how big it is very soon. Yeah, looking at these wide open shots, I can tell there's a lot that is gonna be very fun to explore. Like this castle over here, all the big wooded area. There's a lot of verticality to the game. It seems like the world of Elden Ring is kind of broken up, as if it has had lots of like fissures and earthquakes, and there's a lot of big pits and a lot of verticality to the geometry, to the mountains and things like that. So it would appear to me like some sort of big cataclysm might have happened here. Also, another thing to note: all these trees are very 2D in this particular shot, but that's fine. It is what it is. Yeah, here's the map again. It doesn't reveal too much. Although I do notice that there is, I believe, a time of day thing right here, like a clock, and it says evening. So that would imply that there's a day-night cycle to this game. So that's really cool as well. That's something that I noticed. It seems like there are waypoints or something like that, and you probably have to unlock them because there seems to be like a few places that seem pretty important, like whatever this whole city is and this like port over here. They don't have teleports, so I would assume that this person just hasn't unlocked those yet. There also seems to be lines connecting them, though. I don't know what that's about. And then we've got the tree over here as an icon. Okay, previously discovered checkpoints. It says it right there. Yeah, I probably should have just read that. But very cool. Very cool. So I think that's about all I've got to say on this. I'm just excited to jump right into it and start playing. So I'm going to be doing that right now. So I'm sorry if I cut my thoughts on this trailer a little bit short. Hopefully the fact that I did 2 of them makes up for that a little bit. But I really want to get started on this game because I love all the Dark Souls and Demon Souls games. And if you've watched any of my other games on this channel, you know that I enjoy challenging myself. So this should probably be a good challenge. And I'm looking forward to that. So that's all I've got to say. I'm going to go jump into Elden Ring. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.